All right, I'm here with commercial appeal photographer
Karen Focht.
Karen Focht. And Karen, she's just one of our photographers in town. Karen, tell us kind of in detail what you do for the CA.
I've been a photojournalist at the Commercial Appeal since 1988. Take pictures of everything that's going on around Memphis.
What do you, how long have you been with us, you said?
Been here since 1988.
1988?
Probably before you were born.
Not quite,
Good.
But, well, tell us a little bit about your time in Memphis. I was talking to you before, and you had a lot of history with this street in particular. We're actually on Beale Street right now, if you haven't been able to tell that already. But tell us about your history with Beale Street.
When I came down to interview here in Memphis, I can remember coming out of the newspaper and hearing blues harmonica down the street. And at the time I was really interested in blues piano, blues harmonica. And I loved that. They had me right there. When I came out of the newspaper and I could hear that music on Beale Street, they had me. I knew this was a place I wanted to come. And I knew that Memphis was a really great photojournalist newspaper. And so that was another thing that was drawing me in.
Did you intend to stay in Memphis this long when you first moved here?
I did not. This was going to be a stepping stone, but I was another one that got sucked in by the Memphis magnet. And my original intentions were probably to go back to Chicago eventually, which is home. But Memphis just has a way of growing on you, and this newspaper's been really good to me. We've just done some really good work over the years. A lot of work that's been honored nationally. It's just a really good place for a photojournalist to be because they honor photography here and they honor what we do and support us.
Tell us about the work, because you've been shooting pictures for a long time. Tell us about some of the stuff that you're most proud of having done while you've been here.
I think when I first came, and I was so much in love with the music scene, I did quite a bit on the music scene here in Memphis and did a lot of album covers on the side. That was always a lot of fun. As I started to have a family and wanted to be home more at night, I moved over into doing more documentary photo stories, which is what I really love. That's what I really love to do, is documentary photo stories that really kind of are important to the community and that kind of can change the community. And I think the most important thing that I've done since I've been here was the Infant Mortality Project that published in 2005. We just had another story on it this week. The story lives on 5 years later as a result of the work that the newspaper did, bringing into light that Memphis had worse infant mortality rates than some third world countries. And we spent a couple years doing that project, and people were just really shocked at what they saw when we published. And everybody from the university to the politicians to the community members were just outraged and appalled. And some of the pictures I took, frankly, were just quite shocking and really got people's attention. I did that on purpose. I knew that I was going to take pictures that upset people, but it upset people in a good way, in the sense that it made them care. And in the end, that's kind of what I feel like my job is to make people care about things that are going on in Memphis.
Do you think anything happened or changed as a result of those pictures?
I know things happened as a result of those pictures, and really probably one of my most proud moments as a journalist was when the governor at the time, about a year later, came. There was a summit of all the people that would be involved with infant mortality in our city. And during that summit, he even made the comment that it was my photograph that got his attention. It was several little caskets lined up in a trench out at Potter's Field, which is our graveyard for people who can't afford proper burials, where they dig trenches and just bury 8, 10, 12 babies at a time in little pine boxes that are made by prisoners. It's pretty appalling to think that that's going on in our community, but it was, and the governor said that was the picture that got his attention. He said more than any statistics, anything he could have read, that picture is what pulled at his heart, and that's what I strive for.
That is incredible. I guess in closing, trying to wrap this up on a lighter note, do you have a favorite Memphis band?
Favorite Memphis man?
Band.
Oh, favorite Memphis band. Gosh, there's so many. And a lot of the people I like have died because I loved those old blues, honky-tonk, someone like a Booker Lowry, Mose Vinson, that really just came over from their little neighborhood and could, bang out an old blues riff. on their piano right here at the Blues Hall. Gosh, who do I love currently? That's a tough question. You know who I really like is these days, well, I really love the Folk Alliance and all the music they bring to town. But as far as local bands that you can see day in and day out, I think the Bouffants are really a lot of fun. I think the Dempseys are really a lot of fun. Of course, I love to go see B.B. King. You know who I think is going to be an up and comer is, I'm drawing a blank on her name, from American Idol.
Oh, Lil Rounds?
No, the other one.
I don't remember her name.
But I know it if I could just think of it.
This has been Karen Focht. It's been awesome getting to know her, and we'll see some more people next week.
Alexis Grace, that's it. Alexis Grace. I think Alexis Grace is going to be one of the next bigger things coming out of it.